Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood number BF158-629 is what this is. It's just what the label looks like. That's the box. This is 4.7 pounds of solid stainless steel is what this is. It's a heavy door pull, and with a heavy door pull comes great responsibility. With a heavy door pull comes a piece of equipment that's going to be able to tolerate a tremendous amount of volume on the door. You're going to indeed see something like this in a pull handle application, where you're going to have the front of the Greyhound bus station, the sports stadium, the airports, the movie theaters, public spaces, up and down residential spaces. This is actually, very interestingly enough, without giving any information away, this is headed to the Coast Guard. In the fact that it is a non-ferrous base material like stainless, it could be intended for a marine application, as in seagoing vessel. So pretty cool looking pull. Let's back up. The BF158, that means a number of things. It means it's what they would call a barrier-free pull. This has a particular offset from the face of the door that is generally understood in the industry to be considered barrier-free or handicap compliant at 2.5 inch is what the clearance is. Being a 1-inch diameter bar, that means it's 3.5 inch projection. Now, as far as I understand, it's not stated anywhere in an NFPA standard or an ADA that a particular clearance is required, but generally you're going to see 2.5 inch. And it makes me think that maybe I've missed it somewhere, but I don't believe it's actually spelled out. Now, the other dimension would be the offset from the center of the bar to that offset. It's going to be about 3.5 inch. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I'd say about 3, maybe 3 and. Yeah, maybe about 3.25 inch, right in that range. So from the center line to the offset, so about 4.25 complete total offset. So we've got a 2.5 inch in here, we've got 3.5 inch here, we've got 4.25 basically here. Now, that's the BF part. The 158 part, that means 12 inch center to center. And that's going to be from the center of this screw hole down to the center of the other screw hole, 12 inch. Because this is literally just a bar of stainless steel, Rockwood can make these at any size. They have in their catalog 8 inch, 10 inch, 8 inch, 8.5 inch, 9 inch, 10 inch, 12 inch, 18 inch. You can order this in any size you want. I've done these in 3 foot. I've done them in weird 9.25 dimension, because that's where they drill the holes. All kidding aside, because it's a solid bar, Rockwood can make this to your specification. If you're doing a new installation, probably stick with something common. Whether you use 8 inch or 10 inch, very, very common, or go to 12 inch or 18 inch, I would think that would be subject to the proportionality of the opening. If you've got 7-foot doors, use 12 inch. If you've got 8-foot doors, consider 18 inch. You're just making things look proportional would be my guess. The 629 in the part number, that means it's made of solid stainless and that it is in a polished finish. Okay? Very, very slight amount of magnetism, and that's standard, normal for stainless steel when it's been machined. I think passivated is the term when it's lost that residual magnetism, but nothing that's done in trim hardware, trim and auxiliary hardware to my knowledge. I've actually only really heard of that in roof hatch hardware, in fact, when it's stainless steel. Roof hatch hardware, they'll passivate it. I can't really speak to why they would do that, but there has to be a reason. Door pull, stainless steel. Now, the mount type. This client ordered this with a Type 1 mount. Type 1 just simply means it's a through bolt. It's a 1/4-20 flathead machine screw, stove bolt, I would know it as, with a with a finish or countersunk washer. There are actually 2 of them here. Through bolting it is a great idea. Through bolting it is a very secure way to install it. I would recommend that you order the pull hardware with the largest diameter, the strongest potential mounting hardware, because pull handles take an awful lot of use. And I'll tell you, I sell a lot of replacement bolts. Not only well, quarter 20, not only because that's the most common size by far, but it's certainly going to be the one that's going to be the least durable. And in a pull like this, you can certainly get your hands on a 5/16 bolt. That's real easy. That'd be a Type 1 HD. I don't know how much larger they'll go on this pull, but we'll discover that. So let's put this aside. Let's switch. Oh, and by the way, if your door thickness when a Type 1 is other than 1 3/4, indicate that in the comment field. This is a bolt that would be appropriate for 1 3/4. That's going to be considered the standard, obviously. Be about 2 1/4 length, perfect size. So let's move to the screen view. Here is the item that we are looking at, BF158. 629 is polished stainless. Knurling option. Would you need a knurling option? You might. I've done push and pull bars on aluminum doors and frames that have gone into sauna and steam room applications in a country club, locker room scenario. Yeah, would you want to add some anti-slip to it? Sure. I don't think you're going to do it over polished stainless, but satin you would. Then your pull mounting type, and this is where all the different mounting types are listed that are available. I don't see any 3/8. It's quarter 20. It's 5/16 18, and then 3/8 16. That would be an XHD. I don't see that at all. Go as large as you can on that, in my opinion, especially if you have any volume. Dimensional properties, 90-degree offset, 1-inch diameter, 12-inch centers, projection and clearance. Mounting type. Let's talk about those mounting options so you can see what they look like. This is what the client ordered, a Type 1. If you're doing an exterior door to the public or a business, you might want to just consider a Type 12 or Type 12 HD, because it will, in lieu of a Phillips drive, number 3 screwdriver and a finish washer, you get a decorative cap. I've had clients call and say, "What did you send me this? I don't want to see the head of that bolt." I'm like, okay, I didn't place the order. I didn't specify it. I want something nicer. Great. I can sell you the Type 12 mounting package only. So be mindful of that. If you're going to do concealed, you can do a Type 17 or a Type 17 HD. If it's properly reinforced, you won't have to see any bolt on the outside. Then when you get to back, you can do a Type 16 double cone bolt. You can do a Type 5, which I don't see here for some reason. A Type 5 or 5 HD would be the same as a 16, except that it would be just a single cone bolt. I would think that we've got Type 5 listed here. We don't. Okay, so with this heavy pull, it's going to be a Type 5. Back-to-back for glass. Back-to-back for glass. Pardon me. Where are we at here? Through bolt for glass. Back-to-back for glass. Specify the thickness if it's not 1/2 inch. Then we move away from there to the product brochure. That's going to show us how the part number changes as the center to center changes. BF158 12-inch centers. 18-inch, 8-inch, you get the picture. 1-inch diameter. Over here is 3/4 inch diameter. You can also do these in other sizes as well, but 1 inch is by far more common than 3/4 inch. Okay, that's your cut sheet. Now, let's see if we have missed anything. Let's talk about the different finishes that we have listed. Now let's look at some different finishes. Because it's Rockwood, there's going to be countless finishes. Oil rubbed bronze equivalent. This is a powder coated dark brown, the 10BE. The 314 is an extra dark anodized aluminum. Let's see. We've got a lot of different. The BF158 comes up in a lot of different part numbers. So let's scroll back a little bit and see. Okay, so here we go. 605 polished brass, 606 satin brass, 612 satin bronze, 613 oil rub bronze, 625 polished chrome, 626 satin chrome, 628, that is of course our clear anodized aluminum, 629 is our polished chrome, 630 satin, 629 is polished stainless, 630 is satin stainless, 710 dark bronze anodized aluminum, 711 is black anodized aluminum. Okay, so lots of finishes as you can see. Now, there is a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page I just mentioned, and when we click on that, that page is going to show up where we can review not only all of the Rockwood products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog here. Very handy document. You're going to be able to find in it, if you Control F, find function on your keyboard, type BF158 and cycle through that, you'll get to the page or to the area where you can find it. The BF158 is mated up to other poles because you can have a BF158 on the outside and then a 47 on the inside. That'd be a BF158 47. Then you just specify your horizontal center to center because they know that it's 12 inch because you said BF158, and then your mount type. Okay, common end, free end, free end. Also, speaking of pole handles, you'd probably very much like to know about their architectural door pole catalog. That's 100+ pages of near countless options and varieties on pole handles. Do you need the BF158? Yeah, possibly. You're probably replacing existing. And need to go back with the same stuff. Could you change it up and go with countless other options from this architectural door pole catalog? Absolutely. I use this as an idea book. Customers, it's very popular nowadays to do 5-foot wide doors on center hung pivots with a roller latch mortise lock or a deadbolt and then a very long pole handle, and do that in a walnut, a beautiful sketch face walnut, slip and run match, whatever the case might be. And you're going to need some large pole. You're doing 3'6" by 8 foot. You want something beautiful. Here's the catalog for you. Brass, bronze, aluminum, stainless, wood, leather wrapped, wood, rubber wrapped. Why would you wrap a pole handle in neoprene or synthetic rubber? Well, you're in the American Southwest and it's August. The first thing you do not want to do is touch a pole that's been baking in the sun all day. So that's where that comes from. Really handy. Just did a job earlier today with some RM1300 small post poles, appliance poles if they're ordered a little bit larger, casework, drawers, cabinet poles, things of that nature. Let's wrap up this video on camera. In conclusion, really solid pole. What is really solid is the very high quality fit and finish that you can come to expect from Rockwood. This is just some stainless steel, as I've said multiple times, but when you get your hands on it, you can tell that they've got really just a tremendous command over the manufacturing process. They're there's not, when you get brass material from them, there's not overspray on lacquer. There's not, nicks and dings in it. They insulate the fasteners separately from the hardware itself. And actually, this BF158 is a perfect example of it. This is in the package, but these aren't rolling around in the package so as to damage or scratch the hardware. You'd be possibly amazed as to how many companies simply don't understand that concept. I get material and it's damaged because, wherever it's originating from, whether it's 1,000 miles away or 12,000 miles away, you need to insulate that packaging. And Rockwood's got that all figured out very well. Anyway, there's your BF158 and a 629. If you have any questions on this or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching. And if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.